For the first time since 2005, Batista was turned into a heel by WWE in 2009. WWE planned to have Batista turn on his on-screen tag team partner Rey Mysterio in order to make this heel turn work. It's important to remember that Mysterio and Batista had a fantastic tag team dynamic, and it was very painful to watch Batista ruin the group. After a world title match at the Bragging Rights pay-per-view, the heel change happened. Mysterio was supposed to be Batista's pal, the promotional cut, to Mysterio said. To the fans' tremendous dismay, Batista completely destroyed Mysterio. In defense of himself, Batista would argue that Mysterio cost him the world title in the fatal four-way world title match. However, it was a world title match and everyone was willing to go above and beyond to prevail. After the Bragging Rights pay-per-view event, the heel shift and Mysterio's babyface work, the two would subsequently feud for the remainder of 2009, facilitated Batista's rapid acceptance as the company's new top heel. Rey Mysterio's situation worsened in 2006 when Vicky Guerrero turned on him and struck him with a steel chair after Chavo Guerrero had betrayed him. During this moment, Vicky was solidifying her role as a television character, thus it was a cunning move to make viewers detest her beyond measure, even though she carried that out on her own later. Despite having little prior TV experience, Vicky excelled in her position and had a fantastic career with the organization, managing big personalities like Dolph Ziggler and Edge, and serving as the on-air authority for both Raw and SmackDown. WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio was betrayed by Carlito. This occurred in April of 2024, following the revelation that Carlito was the aggressor in the Dragon Lee attack. Even though Carlito would be more comfortable playing a villain, the joke about how everyone hates Rey Mysterio has persisted and is now practically a meme. This specific flip was remarkably predictable, and WWE should book these kinds of angles with greater tension. Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio's alliance was ideal for the WWE at the time. Both men were wildly over the crowd, and they were also in the prime of their lives. Instead of keeping them as a team, WWE determined that it was in everyone's best interests. They ought to be divided and start a blood feud. Initially, there was a sense of sportsmanship in their matches, as they were portrayed as two friends competing to determine who was the stronger person that day. When the rivalry between the two took a dark turn, and Guerrero revealed that he was Dominic Mysterio's real biological father, WWE chose to handle it in an unexpected way. After that, the two would resolve their conflict in a ladder match under Dominic Mysterio's custody. Yes, among the most renowned and unforgettable rivalries during the period of brutal hostility.
I thought it might become too soap opera-ish for my personal taste. But the great thing about it was the payoff. The payoff was that ladder match. My God in heaven. Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio in a ladder match.
How do you beat that?
Where are you going to see that again?
Right.
And what's the reason for this match? Well, it had a great reason. It had a wonderful stipulation everybody could understand, and it let two of the greatest workers in the world, in Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, go out there and do their thing. My sense is they let Eddie and Rey write the music.
Santos Escobar. When it came to Santos Escobar as a SmackDown heel, WWE had big plans, and in order to pull off this heel change, WWE had Escobar turn on his tag teammate Rey Mysterio in an unexpected move. Escobar would attack Mysterio, rendering him unable of acting, as the two belonged to the LWO faction. Even though it appeared that the two would square off in a singles contest at WrestleMania 40, Rey Mysterio and Andrade would end up teaming up for a tag match. Rey Mysterio's career culminated at WrestleMania 22. When he would ultimately win the World Championship. Mysterio's tenure as World Champion wasn't very memorable because Vince McMahon was obviously pissed off. On television, Mysterio frequently lost decisively, and his reign had serious credibility problems. At the Great American Bash PPV in 2006, Chavo Guerrero struck Mysterio over the head with a steel chair, causing Mysterio to give up the championship to King Booker, ending his tenure as the world champion.
I mean, look, I've said it before, and Vince 100% believes this, just like Jerry Jarrett, the Jeff Jarrett's father.
Yeah.
Real issues create real money. And when this is nothing that I didn't do in 2007. It was the same thing. You want to be a Guerrero, you'll never be a Guerrero, you're jealous of us, that whole thing, and people just latched onto it.
Dominic Mysterio's WWE sowed the foundations for Dominic Mysterio's possible betrayal of his father during 2022. This took a long time to come together, and it was a very satisfying moment when it did during the clash at the Castle event in Cardiff, Wales. Born to be a heel, Dominic started putting out the best work of his career. The father-son rivalry lasted for several months, with WWE building to a potential clash between the two. When it finally took place at WrestleMania 39, the match fulfilled every expectation of the spectators.
He's about 190, so it was very hard for him at the beginning to try to adapt and find his role as a wrestler. The comparisons were made, and of course he couldn't live up to them. Not until we separated and he continued on his own path without having his dad by his side, and that was the best thing that could have ever happened to him.
In the end, Dominic's 2022 heel turn produced one of the greatest character metamorphoses in WWE history. Well, that's it, folks. Wrestlers who have turned against Rey Mysterio. Please feel free to comment below, and I'll see you again soon with more wrestling-related content.